Hey, what's going on, guys? Quick qualifying video here for North Wilkesboro in the Arca car. So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to start on the back stretch, and we're going to show the run up to the lap itself. So we're going to let it play out first here. Okay, so we're going to go back here. So coming into the first turn here, I want you to see. You can see how close I'm getting to the wall here. Still could have got a little bit closer, but we're about a foot away from the wall. So we're going to follow this line around here. Cut down. We're going to get a good run up here to the line. So we're going to cross the line at about 122, and you really want to start hitting your brakes about where this not this sign here, but this red right before the sign. So let me remember how to fast. Okay, there we go. Yep. So actually, yeah. So right there, we're going to start on the brakes. Okay, we're going to go to about 30%, 25% on the brakes. We're going to start high, and then we're going to come down here, and you can see we're up to about 35%, 30% brake, and then we're going to start to ease off, and we're going to drift down here to this bottom line. We're going to kind of ride that. We're still on the brakes. We're trail braking off. You can see the brake is just less and less, and then right here we're going to ride up to about 75% throttle. And the main thing here is you're not going to want to get to 100% throttle until you've got the wheels straightening out. So you can see here I'm still at about 75%. We're going to start drifting up the track. Let's go back. I went too far back. Sorry about that. So yeah, start braking there, and you can see we're at about 35%. And then from the time we start braking, we're going to start easing off the brake just a little at a time. And you're going to drift down here, and you're going to get a late apex coming out. So we're going to kind of ride this line here around, and then we're going to kind of cut down here. So you can see just past halfway about this classic Coke sign is when you're really going to start to turn down to get that late apex. And you're going to come all the way down to the white line here and get as close as you can to that white line without getting into the grass, because if you get into the grass, you're going to kick the rear end out on it. So now we're still, if you look here, we're still only about 75% throttle. Okay, and then once the wheel starts to straighten out, that's when I get back to 100%. So you can see there, I'm going to route it up really close to the wall here. And you can see just how close I'm getting. I mean, there's not much room there. I mean, you're very, very close to the wall. And you're going to keep that. And you're going to, coming into 3 and 4 here, you're going to kind of ride this line. But on this corner, instead of riding, kind of riding that line like we did, kind of going from this line down to this one and then the late apex, on this one, you're going to cut down a little sooner. You're going to come all the way down to the bottom. And you're going to get down here, and you can see even on my line, I could have been further down here and probably cut off a little bit of time with some more practice. But I've been riding kind of on this little crack right here. So you can see once again with the brakes, you're braking really early. You're going to brake a lot earlier than you're expecting to be braking. So coming in here about at, right when your front end's getting ready to cross the Coca-Cola sign here, the Coca-Cola Classic, you're going to start easing into the brake, go up to about 25-30% again. And like I said, on this corner, you're going to come further down earlier. You're going to apex earlier. And I didn't get down as far as I should have on this, but it was still enough to get a decent lap time. So we're gonna ride that crack all the way around here. And we're still on the brake. We're still easing off the brake. And we're still at about 5% on the brake. And then we're off. And then you see here on the throttle, little tiny bit more brake there. And then you see I'm slowly up on the throttle to about 75-80%. And you're going to hold that until you start. See the wheel starting to straighten back out here. The wheel straightens out. And then once you get the wheel straightened out, you're back to 100% throttle. And you're just going to ride that to the line. Take it all the way up to the line. So yeah, that's my guide, and we'll go back here and we'll do it once more in cockpit view and let it play out. So keep in mind, with a little more practice, I only ran a total of about 90 laps here. So with a little more practice, I probably could have gotten a better time. But I just wanted to show you here with just a little bit of practice. This was like 20-30 minutes here to get 90 laps in. And that's all it takes. And you can go from posting, 20s, late 19s, mid 19s, mid 20s, mostly mid to late 19s, all the way down to low 19s and high 18s. So just follow what I did in the guide and just take it a little bit at a time. Make sure you're not overdoing the entry. Slow in, fast out is the key here with this track. You're going to brake a lot sooner than you're expecting to, and you're going to have to be patient on the throttle until you're straightening the wheel out, or you're going to kick the rear end out. So anyhow, I hope that helps you guys, and have a good one. Thanks.